Loki Season 2, Episode 3 just dropped, and it's time for Victor Timely. Let's talk about it.
It's him. What? You made him sound like this terrifying figure. He is.
What's going on, everybody? It is I, yours, truly the Ace, back with another review to Loki Season 2, Episode 3. And before I get started, you guys know what time it is. First of all, hit that like button. And then join me down in the comment section and let me know what you thought about Episode 3 and what you've thought about Loki Season 2 thus far. I am completely enjoying this series, so let's talk about it. I, for one, am really enjoying this series. So far, this season has really done it for me. Episode 1 was okay, but number 2 was really good, and this one continues that. This episode takes place in the events that we saw in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium with Victor Timely, one of the post-credit scenes. We learned that, obviously he is a variant of He Who Remains, but we learned that Miss Minutes and Renslayer travel back in the past, guessing due to the orders of He Who Remains, and gives him a guidebook of the TVA, and that kicks him off to being an inventor, and it's all part of their plan. And it's just such a good episode to see them travel back in time, and you really get that 1800 feels. It's like, shout out to the design crew on top of that. Like, the costume designers, A+ effort for them. Like, every outfit looks so realistic, and the way it's shot, just a phenomenal job. Great cinematography. Just wanted to add that point in there really quickly. But it really does take you back in this episode, and it was really good. I really enjoyed this episode. Had a lot of fun antics in that scene, and it had a lot of serious moments later on in the episode. Sylvie travels back in the past to kind of kill Victor Timely, and she gets to face off with Loki just a little bit. And what makes that scene where they're on the Ferris wheel really good is because it parallels the scene that we got in the finale of season 1, where Sylvie was trying to kill He Who Remains. Now she's trying to kill a variant of He Who Remains, and Loki is what stands in between them. And like I said, it was just a great parallel, and just to bring us back to that scene right there. And ultimately, they get away, Renslayer and Miss Minutes, along with Victor Timely. They end up getting him away from Mobius and Loki. And we see a little double cross from Miss Minutes as she double crosses Renslayer. And basically, it seems like she's trying to get Victor Timely to kind of make her a body. It seemed like she was a little bit in love with He Who Remains variant. It got a little weird right there, but it worked. Overall, it worked. And it was just another great episode. This season just continues to do it for me. A good scene at the end where Sylvie shows up, and great to have Jonathan Majors back too, by the way. Jonathan Majors I saw him in Creed 3 and Ant-Man Quantumanium. Obviously, he was the best part of that movie to me and to a lot of people. All that stuff that he had off camera, seems that Marvel's still pushing forward with him, which a lot of us Marvel fans are so ecstatic to have him back in this role. He is a phenomenal actor. Jonathan Majors killed it in this episode. So glad to have him back. You can just see how much range he has as an actor. And it just shows, whether it's, like the Creed movies were one thing, and even with Quantumanium, he was a very sympathetic type villain. And in here, he's nailing the old school 1800 feel, and like the way he's stuttering when he's talking, and he just nails it. Does a phenomenal job in here. And it's a very emotional type scene at the end where Sylvie's kind of like holding him the knife point, and basically he's kind of like begging for his life. He's trying to say, like, I am not that variant. I am not. I can make my own choices and everything. And to me, that scene really hit hard. It was really, really good. So this episode ends with Sylvie sparing Victor Timely, allowing him to go back to the TVA to help fix everything that's going wrong there. Then she faces off against Renslayer, and you can hear the music getting a little bit dramatic, and it's like, like what is going to happen? And she basically says, you've been trying to get to the end of time, and then kicks her to the end of time, which is where the events of the finale of season 1 takes place, and we see a dead, decaying body of He Who Remains, and Miss Minutes is with her as well. But it basically ends with Miss Minutes telling Renslayer that she knows a big secret about her, and if she tells her, it might make her really angry, and then that's where it ends. So I can't wait to see where it goes from here with that. Like, so far, 3 episodes in, I'm really enjoying this. This has been one of the better Disney Plus series. I am happy with this, and I hope that they just stick the landing, because Disney, Marvel and Disney Plus, with these series, they start off really well, and they just sometimes have a hard time just really ending it. They tend to rush around this time, and then the ending kind of gets like, all jumbled up together. But, hopefully, considering that how good season 1 of Loki was, and how good the showrunners are, that it's not going to be the case. And I'm pretty confident that it won't be. But I am really excited to see what they're going to do going forward. I can't wait for episode 4. But definitely make sure you tune in to the Ace Avenue for more Loki reviews like this. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. As always, thank you for tuning in to the Ace Avenue. I am yours truly, the Ace. Adios.